Berea police are investigating after they say they received several reports of car windows being shot out throughout town.
Slowly clearing the skies out tonight with frigid temperatures on the way. We'll talk about that and the possibility of a little more snow later this week. That's coming.
Plus, 16 members of the Lexington Police Department were honored today during a promotional ceremony. We'll take you there.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon. On this Monday, Sam, Dick, and Amber Philpott reporting. A crime alert this afternoon about a frightening string of vandalism in central Kentucky.
Police in Berea say someone is shooting out car windows. There have been nearly a dozen cases since Friday. Hillary Thornton is tracking the case in our top story at 4:30.
Berea police say they first got a call about windows being shot out of a car here on Lester Street, and they say as the weekend went on, those same reports kept coming in.
It appears that it's just random people just driving around with a pellet gun shooting out windows.
Officers say they are now working at least 10 cases of car windows being shot out, with the sheriff's office investigating an additional several outside of the city limits.
We started getting more and more calls of the exact same thing happening, but they were happening not only in that initial area but all over town.
Police believe a majority of the reports are from Friday night, with a few possibly happening on Saturday.
People would come out and find that their windows have been shot out by a pellet gun, but as far as we know, nothing was taken from inside the vehicles. It is kind of strange to see people just damage property like that for no reason. We have had cases in the past where people would break into cars to steal something, and they would break the window to do that. It looks like this was just done, just out of pure meanness.
Berea police say at this point they do not have any leads or description of who may be responsible, and they are asking anyone who may have heard or seen anything Friday night to give them a call. In Madison County, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Police are asking people to be on the lookout in case they continue damaging vehicles. We started the day off today with some snow flurries in parts of the bluegrass.
And it's clear and cold out there as we head into our evening hours. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. Hey, Chris.
Hey, guys. Hope you had a great weekend. Super Bowl hangover for a lot of folks out there. It's a busy day when a lot of folks, well, they just call in sick to work after eating so much on Super Bowl Sunday, among other things. Temperatures into the mid to upper teens. Those aren't your actual thermometers. Those are the wind chills that we're seeing on this Monday. If you're out and about, you still may see a snow flurry or two flying by your skyline. Live First Alert Defender trying to pick up on a couple of more flakes to the west of the Frankfort area. We look at our live sky cams from Richmond through Lexington, Georgetown, and Frankfort. Everybody with a mostly cloudy sky that is out there. Here's our view over top of Hamburg Pavilion in Lexington. You notice the overcast conditions matching up well with what we're seeing on Defender when we throw the satellite into the mix. Weather headlines: as the skies clear, those temperatures turn frigid overnight. Quick drop into the upper teens in a lot of places. Fair skies will then carry us into Tuesday and Wednesday. Then by Wednesday night and Thursday, I'm tracking the arrival of an Arctic front. We'll show you if that front will bring some snow chances back into the Bluegrass State when I come back in about 10 minutes, guys.
All right, Chris, thank you. And speaking of snow, right now New England is being hit with another round of snow.
It's already buried much of the Midwest under almost a foot of snow. Blizzard conditions developed in Chicago yesterday, forcing more than 2,000 flight cancellations. And the storm has made its way into New York, New Jersey, and Massachusetts. This is the second storm to hit the Northeast in a week, and some areas are still digging out. It's expected to only get worse. This morning, the world's most famous groundhog, Puxatawny Phil, saw his shadow, forecasting 6 more weeks of winter. That same snowstorm is impacting travel here in Kentucky. Some flights to and from the Midwest, including Chicago and Detroit, are canceled at Bluegrass Airport because of the snow. And with temperatures falling throughout the day, many road crews are also out treating the roads. They were not able to do that yesterday because of all the rain. This afternoon, 16 members of the Lexington Police Department were recognized.
The police department held its largest promotional ceremony of the year. It took place at their new training facility on the campus of Bluegrass Community and Technical College off Newtown Pike.
To be formally recognized, many of the people being promoted are informal leaders in our organization, but to be formally recognized and brought up in front of their families and the community, the mayor, and everyone else, the council, and say these are the people responsible for leading our agency, it's a very proud moment for them.
7 officers were promoted to sergeant, 5 sergeants were promoted to lieutenants, 3 lieutenants promoted to commanders, and Kenneth Armstrong was promoted to assistant chief. Gun owners in Kentucky can get permits to carry concealed weapons under a new online application process. State police are required to issue or deny a license within 15 days of getting an electronic application. That's quicker than the 60-day processing period for paper ones. Applicants must still complete an in-person training course on Kentucky law and gun safety. They also must pass a background check. About half of Kentuckians live in rural areas, and many of the hospitals that provide care in those areas are in danger of shutting down. The Kentucky Hospital Association says there are 65 rural hospitals in Kentucky. 65% of those hospitals reported negative operating budgets in 2012. County officials say much of the problem stems from more Medicaid patients.
Now that we have all these new patients, these more patients who are paying less than the cost of care, these hospitals are burning through money a lot faster.
Right now, Sam is at the live desk with our investigative reporter Miranda Combs with more on a story that she's working on for tonight at 6. Sam?
Thank you, Amber. So, Miranda, why are these hospitals in financial jeopardy?
Well, a couple of reasons came to the surface in this report. Number one, there's more Medicaid patients, as Dr. Mangiardo mentioned. Also, you're dealing with people that don't go to their local hospitals anymore. They'd rather go to the bigger cities. That's where they shop, that's where they eat, and that's where they're getting their health care these days. So it's a combination.
So these rural hospitals, though, continue to fill an important need in their communities, right?
Right. We talked to a gentleman out of Nicholas County who talks about how he was having a heart attack in the local hospital there. That since closed last year, saved his life. It got him stabilized and they sent him on to UK. Also, Dr. Mangiardo talks about that critical hour of stroke and heart attack where you need to get seen by a physician. And when those hospitals have shut down, that jeopardizes that critical time.
And you visit more than one county for this report.
We went to Nicholas County, where the hospital shut down last year. We also went to Fleming County, which is interesting. They have a relatively brand new facility built in 2008, $30 million facility, beautiful, big structure, and they're having some issues. So we sit down and talk to them about that as well.
All right. It affects a lot of communities and many of our viewers. So we hope you'll watch coming up on WKYT tonight at 6. Amber? Boy in Utah, only a few days old, but someday he will tell the story of his roadside birth.
He has a special one. Debbie Osler knew it was time to go to the hospital Saturday night. She was by herself and she started driving to the hospital, but when the contractions started coming too fast, she had to pull over. She called 911 and a trooper quickly arrived, but it was too late.
My water broke on the way, on the freeway, and so I called 911, pulled over, called 911, and had the baby just delivered right there in the driver's seat.
That baby wasn't going to wait. Mom and baby were taken by ambulance to the hospital where both are in good condition. The baby does not have a name yet, but he is a healthy 9 pound, 9 ounces.
A Lexington restaurant is working hard to raise money for a hospital in our community.
Our Deanne Stevens is out and about at Chewy's for a special check presentation. Hi, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. Something very cool that they've been doing here at Chewy's for $25 a pop for a Chewy's Donor Club card. They've turned like a whole bunch of these into this. Check out this check. $4,000 going to the Kentucky Children's Hospital. David Feigl with us from Chewy's. Got to be a pretty cool feeling. You and your staff have worked hard on selling these, which in turn all the money going to the hospital.
Right. Yeah, it's something that we've really worked hard for the past couple months, but then also the past year and a half or two, we've tried to really partner with the hospital, and we try to show the community we're not just a bunch of enchiladas and burritos. You know, it's something that we want to be part of the community. We're not just a restaurant. We want to be, it's just part of our culture.
Yeah. Why is that important, do you think? Because you guys are here, you're serving a lot of people. In turn, you're talking them into serving others.
Sure, and I think that's what we're about. We're in terms of serving others. You know, serving our great food and our margaritas and everything that we have. It's just kind of a bonus, but our culture is just to take care of people because that's what we believe in doing.
All right, Chloe Hurley is with us from the Kentucky Children's Hospital. Chloe, very cool thing that they have done for you guys. Where's the money going?
So they're going to be helping us renovate the hospital. So they'll be naming a room specifically. They're also helping to support our pediatric cancer survivor picnic, which is a great event that we have for kids.
Yeah, and the way they're doing that is by tomorrow. Tomorrow is Charity Day here at Chewy, so there's still ways that you can participate that in turn will help the Children's Hospital. David, what is tomorrow about?
Right. Well, tomorrow's our Charity Day, where anyone comes in where they talk about or they show us something on either social media through the liking on Facebook of the hospital or Chewy's, or bringing just a paper copy of the flyer. 10% of their check will actually go to the Children's Hospital, where we will turn that and donate to the hospital. So, and that will go to the Pediatric Cancer Survivor Picnic,
which is something very neat to be a part of. How can folks participate if they can't make it out here tomorrow?
They can come out here anytime and help support Chewy's. They're providing ongoing support.
And donate online, right?
They can donate online, give to kch.org. So that's another way to get involved.
All right, congratulations to all of you who have taken part in eating lots of guacamole and queso to make this check happen. $4,000 to the Kentucky Children's Hospital. Come on out tomorrow for Charity Day here at Chewy's. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Back to you guys.
All right, Deanne, thanks so much. SpongeBob is coming ashore, and Kristen Chenoweth stars in a Broadway revival.
Suzanne Marquez has your eye on entertainment.
Emmy winner Kristen Chenoweth is a Hollywood starlet in the Broadway revival of On the 20th Century. The show is a high-energy musical, and Chenoweth says it's forcing her to think about fitness in a whole new way.
Coca-Cola and chocolate are my diet. That's no longer. I'm now eating things like quinoa and working out, really taking care of the physical aspects.
Peter Gallagher plays a theater producer trying to revive their careers.
As great Broadway does, it just touches you. It makes you really feel pretty good about being human.
Previews begin next week. Mr. SquarePants comes ashore in the new SpongeBob movie, Out of Water. The friends from Bikini Bottom find themselves face to face with a fiendish pirate in the form of Antonio Banderas. He tells us the impressive facial hair was his biggest problem.
The beer actually became kind of a challenge because it was tough. It was very hot, it was very humid, the glue is very aggressive in your skin.
The SpongeBob movie opens in theaters on Friday.
How much for the car? She's not for sale.
And for watching at home, John Wick is out tomorrow on DVD. Keanu Reeves plays a retired assassin in his meatiest role since The Matrix. When he loses the love of his life, he goes on a rampage for revenge. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Suzanne Marquez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
It's official. Captain America has won the infamous superhero Super Bowl battle.
All right, that means that Star-Lord will be paying a visit to a Boston charity, all thanks to a friendly wager between Marvel actors Chris Evans and Chris Pratt. Evans, a New England Patriots fan, bet Pratt, a Seattle Seahawks fan, that if the Patriots won the Super Bowl, Pratt would have to pay a visit to a Boston-based charity that helps child cancer patients. The kicker, not only does Pratt have to dress up as Star-Lord, he also has to wear a Tom Brady jersey. Evans also announced that he would join Pratt at the charity and would also visit the Seattle Children's Hospital dressed as Captain America.
Good for them.
New kid-friendly app, a beer can house, and a half-court shot. It's the video that will have you talking. Take a look at this.
Social media getting a little more kid-friendly these days. Vine is launching a new app just for kids. Vine Kids lets users swipe for videos that have been filtered for appropriate content. The 6-second sharing app works much like the regular version. The service features cartoon characters, animals, and sound effects, all designed for the children. The app is available right now for Apple devices. Vine recently announced it has more than 40 million users.
A home in Houston, Texas is now considered one of the most unique homes in the country. That's because the beer can house is made up of 50,000 cans of beer. The project was started all the way back in 1968. The owner of the house says it helps bring down his energy bills. Neighbors and his wife helped him drink up all the beer inside those cans. The house is open all year long. to visitors. How much do you spend, though, buying the beer?
And talk about neighborhood participation. We're all going to drink beer until we build a house.
One big party. All right, it is an odd spot to be in. Kentucky fans celebrating a Duke win?
That was the case this weekend because Duke knocked off Virginia, making Kentucky the only undefeated team in the country. But there was something else special that happened this weekend at Virginia.
Give him a good look, Tyler. That's it.
Just a little excited, huh? Virginia student Tyler Lewis hit a half-court shot to win $18,000. He missed 3 shots, but he sank the 4th, causing everyone in the gym, as you could see and hear, to go nuts.
You know, we watch game day, seems like every weekend at our house, and you're always hoping that kid hits it. But when he did, you're so happy for him.
Great for him.
A lot of money.
All right, much more to come now at 5 o'clock here on WKYT.